Have you ever opened a brand new phone and wondered if it could actually live up to all the hype? There's something special about breaking that factory seal, lifting the lid for the very first time, and discovering whether your next daily companion is as exciting as you imagined. Well, today we're doing exactly that as we unbox the Samsung Galaxy A27. If you've been thinking about upgrading your smartphone or you're simply curious about what Samsung has packed into its latest Galaxy A series device, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and experience that brand new phone feeling together. The first thing that catches my attention is the packaging. Samsung continues to keep things clean and minimal, and honestly, I really like this approach. The box has a premium appearance without being flashy. It immediately gives the impression that the focus is on the phone itself rather than unnecessary packaging. It's simple, elegant, and exactly what you'd expect from Samsung. Now comes the best part, the moment we've all been waiting for. Breaking the seal always brings a little excitement. It doesn't matter how many phones you've unboxed over the years, that feeling never really disappears. Slowly lifting the lid reveals the Samsung Galaxy A27 sitting proudly on top. Right away, it looks sleek, modern, and surprisingly premium for a phone in this category. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design before even turning it on. The finish feels smooth, the edges are nicely rounded, and the overall construction feels solid in the hand. It's lightweight enough to be comfortable while still feeling sturdy and well-built. Samsung has done a great job creating a phone that looks much more expensive than many people would expect. Carefully lifting the phone out of the box, we can finally see everything else that's included underneath. Inside, we find the usual documentation, including the quick start guide and warranty information. There's also the SIM ejector tool, which you'll need when setting up your SIM card. Depending on your region, you may or may not receive additional accessories, but Samsung continues its environmentally friendly approach by keeping the contents simple. One thing many people always ask is whether a charger is included. As with many recent smartphones, you'll want to check your local retail package because the included accessories can vary by country. If you're upgrading from another recent Samsung phone, chances are you already have a compatible charger ready to go. Now let's return our attention to the star of the show, the Galaxy A27 itself. Peeling off the protective plastic is one of the most satisfying moments of any unboxing. There's something incredibly satisfying about that smooth peel, revealing the pristine finish underneath. Suddenly the phone looks even better, with its clean lines and polished appearance shining through. Looking around the device, you'll notice Samsung's familiar design language. The buttons are easy to reach, the camera lenses are neatly integrated into the back panel, and the phone feels comfortable no matter how you hold it. Small details like these make a big difference during everyday use. Now it's time for the very first power on. Pressing the power button and seeing the Samsung logo appear always creates a sense of anticipation. It's the beginning of a fresh experience. Whether you're switching from an older Galaxy phone or coming from another brand entirely, there's something exciting about setting up a completely new device. As the startup animation finishes, we're greeted by Samsung's familiar setup screen. The display immediately looks bright, colorful, and vibrant. Even before adjusting any settings, everything appears sharp and easy to read. Colors pop nicely without looking overly saturated, making the screen enjoyable for watching videos, browsing social media, or simply scrolling through your favorite apps. Holding the phone for a few minutes, the comfort becomes even more noticeable. The weight distribution feels balanced, making one-handed use easier than expected. It doesn't feel bulky or awkward, which is something many users will appreciate throughout a busy day. Of course, one of the biggest highlights of any smartphone is the camera system. Even before taking the first photo, the camera layout gives the device a modern flagship-inspired appearance. Opening the camera app for the first time is always exciting because it offers that first glimpse into what the phone is capable of. The interface feels familiar, intuitive, and easy to navigate, allowing both beginners and experienced users to start taking photos almost immediately. Performance is another area people are always curious about during an unboxing. While we'll need a full review to judge long-term performance, the initial setup feels smooth and responsive. Opening menus, navigating through the interface, and switching between screens all feel quick and fluid. First impressions definitely leave a positive feeling. Another thing worth mentioning is Samsung's software experience. One UI has become one of the most polished Android interfaces available today. It offers a clean layout, useful customization options, and plenty of features that make everyday tasks more enjoyable. Whether you're customizing wallpapers, organizing apps, or exploring settings, everything feels thoughtfully designed. Battery life is something we'll have to test over several days, but it's always reassuring to know that Samsung typically focuses on providing reliable all-day performance in its Galaxy A lineup. That's especially important for people who spend long hours working, studying, streaming videos, or staying connected with friends and family. As I continue holding the Galaxy A27, it becomes clear that Samsung has paid close attention to the little details. The overall finish feels refined, the buttons provide satisfying feedback, and the phone gives the impression of being carefully designed rather than rushed to market. Those small touches often become the reasons people enjoy using a phone every single day. If you're someone looking for a stylish smartphone that feels premium without entering flagship pricing, the Galaxy A27 certainly makes a strong first impression during this unboxing. Of course, specifications only tell part of the story. The real experience comes from actually holding the device, exploring its features, and using it in everyday life. That's exactly why unboxing videos are so enjoyable. They let us experience that first connection before diving deeper into testing. Over the next few days,